are live. Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco. Artsy Sister. We're continuing with King's Choice. Having fled from Ralph's realm, you breathe a sigh of relief for the first time in a long time. Your highness was finally saved, and you really shouldn't be so reckless. How should we deal with Ralph, your highness? You aren't going to just let him go, are you? Then for a boss fighter stuff. I'm gonna continue with the next story beat. I just saying hi to my mom. I've been thinking about what am I gonna eat like this weekend. Cause like I usually like to treat myself on the weekends. I'll probably just end up going to the same place as usual. I don't know. It's a little cloudy. And in the middle. And now it's finished. Like after everything, I'm just trying to like for the most part just hyper focus on like a game or two in order to like finish it. Cause last year was like constantly fluttering about games and then I couldn't remember, and then when I would go back to, and then I could barely keep track of what I was supposed to be doing in various games. I'm thinking around to finish in Fire Emblem. It's a long game. I Fire Emblem 3 houses. Not only a long game, but also a long series of games. You finally escape off and you're able to return to Nivea safely. You escape by the skin of your teeth, but before you can catch your breath, Taro starts asking about how you punish Ralph. It's too early to tell Taro, we're not going to act rashly though, and though this is going to require some thought, which is perfect because... Taking a deep breath and smiling, all I want to do right now is take a hot bath and rest, and that should give me time to think. He bursts out laughing, haha. I could probably use a bath myself, alright then back to the castle. Yeah, you know why he laughs? Cause this is medieval time, ain't nobody taking hot baths or anything. Everyone's overdue for a hot bath like 8 months ago. It makes a lot of just to just clear a couple of stages. Like in fact, there was like a Catholic monk in medieval time that said that all this constant bathing was like a sign of vanity and that good Christians shouldn't shower so much. The things that people like wrote in medieval times and stuff. But then again, they were a reaction to the Romans which came before them, and then the Romans were all about baths. So since we're not like the pagan Romans, we gotta be anti-bathing. Whatever. But then again, most of the Roman baths had like lettuce, so that's a good way. Bathing a lot was a good way to get lead poisoning. I don't know, like pick your poison. You either smell like hell or you got lead poisoning. You finally return to your castle and settle in for a well-deserved rest. Lan, thank you for taking care of everything was away. I simply did my job, Your Highness, and next time you head out for another one of your daring escapes, please be more careful. I know I cannot forbid you from going, but you must know I was terribly worried when you do. Clench your fist, don't worry, my enemies will never again have the opportunity to harm me. Or her next door neighbors, cause since it's medieval time, everyone live in like small little feudals. You know, your enemy might just live like a couple of miles away in Swamp Castle. They told him that was insane to build a castle on a swamp. I remember that scene in Monty Python, but that castle sank into the swamp, and then he built another castle on top of the swamp, and then that one caught fire and then sank into the swamp. But the third castle, that one remained. And a Monty Python. Well, that's all. I've seen a lot of a lot of night movies and stuff. Well, not a lot. I mean, I remember the Knight's Tale. I remember the Monty Python one and the Holy Grail one, and I think I saw Beowulf in school. But does Robin Hood count as a night story? I forgot. Oh yeah, I also watched the movie of the Mio Cid and obviously Don Quixote, but as far as night and night movies, it's really not like a lot of them. And when they do bring them out, I don't know, like the last King Arthur movie, they were using historically period accurate language, and then I'd be thinking, that you only have writing available from a couple of folks that like to use hyper flowery language, but you don't have proof that that's really how they spoke to each other, and plus, why write something for somebody that only understands Shakespearean when you want to make money? So obviously you gotta use language for the normal modern day people. What now, Your Highness? Should I dispatch your troops to arrest that traitor Ralph? You laugh. Relax, Tabo, you worry too much. Well, of course I can, but the idea of the scandal still drawing breath. I'm afraid you'll be disappointed, Tabo, because I'm not planning to kill Ralph. Well, more than anything, he was just like a petty dude that was angry that you help his wife run away with another idiot. But then again, everyone was getting kidnapped and stuff in medieval time. You couldn't step foot outside your castle for 5 minutes without something going down. Almost out of resources. Wow. Unless I made it to the next story, B. Astonished by your answer, and why, your highness, how can you have mercy on someone who held you captive? It's right, your highness. Showing kindness to your foes is like a dagger aimed at your own heart, and they will take it as a weakness. Lost in thought, Kirsten looks at you. And could it be that you have a different plan in mind, your highness? Oh, Lance, and how could you always seem to know what I'm thinking? I guess she's gonna boil her enemies in like battery acid or something. That was the medieval way of like dealing with enemies. Or trapping them in the Iron Maiden. Which is a great music band, by the way. Like you saw, like to see like an Iron Maiden in a more or less action, like the first season of Berserk, like the last remake of it, not the one that takes place in the Golden Ark, the one that still cast kind of like it gives like a very realistic depiction of a bunch of like torture devices, including the infamous Iron Maiden. But then again, like as far as like finding different ways to like tormenting each other, humans are very skilled at that. And now I sound like a weird alien. Like I've been thinking, if you need like Iron Maidens and stuff to get like information out of people, then other than like intelligence stuff fails. Whatever. Wow, like just how strong is this random bandit? I don't know what. Anyway. I didn't need to the painter. Because the randomness you get are like ridiculously separated by a bunch of by ages and stuff. And some of them are like even Homer and Aristotle, which is like are older than Jesus. Back in the castle, you summon the chancellors to discuss Ralph's punishment. Your Highness, in what way do you wish to punish Ralph? Ralph is not very intelligent, but his family wields tremendous influence and power. Rustem won't suffice, but something a bit more sophisticated. Do you mean that we should pull him to our side, Your Highness? That's an idea. Well, a dead person is not very useful for doing stuff, you know. And sometimes showing mercy, putting like an evildoer to work and like be beneficial or some nonsense. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to the next story B. And we ran out of resources. Let's see, can I... gonna be enough. Oh well, this is as far as we go with King's Choice by Byron God Bless.